Hey everyone, I'm Phil Haley, the Public Access Coordinator for NORCAM, and I'm here to talk about a very special event that's happening August, let me see, the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th?
Yes.
All right, very good. I got my dates right. It'll be happening here in North Reading at Ipswich River Park. It's The Wall That Heals. And with me to talk about it is Susan Magner, the Director of North Reading Veteran Services. Susan, welcome here.
Hi, thank you, Phil. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and so Susan, what is this? This is something, I will say, a labor of a lot of things, and definitely love you can throw in there.
It's definitely a labor of love. I have had this vision of it coming here for probably the past 9 years.
Oh, wow.
It was just a matter of time before we finally were able to accomplish the mission, if you will, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, 9 years. I didn't know it existed for that long. So what is The Wall That Heals?
Okay, so The Wall That Heals is a 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam Wall from DC.
Oh, okay.
So unlike the other walls, we have the moving wall, there's a traveling wall. Those are approximately 250 feet, where this one here is a 375-foot wall.
Oh.
And more importantly, it comes with an educational mobile unit. So, and I thought that was extremely important because the challenges of meeting the obligations of learning about different wars is not happening typically as much in the educational world. There's a lot of children that don't understand about it, and rightly so, and a lot of actually their parents too. Because I remember being in school when the Vietnam War was going on. So, you know, it's not a common topic. And if you're don't have military in your family, it's, you know, kind of hard to understand or imagine what this is all about. So this wall inscribes over 58,000 names on it, and it's all our Vietnam veterans that were killed in action.
No, that's beautiful. So it's taking pretty much the replica of what is there in DC, bringing it here, and it's a mobile educational unit. They can teach you all about the war itself and the conflict with Vietnamese people. Wow, that's crazy. Well, hopefully, I mean, and I know you've done quite a bit of work with veterans in town. A beautiful job and that you've done over the years. And it's great to have you get all these people together to work and bring this to our town. And education is key. That's the important part for people to take a look at it. So, and you were telling me off air, there's so much going on with this. So it's here for 4 days. What's going on in those 4 days?
Well, it's here. It's going to be viewed for 4 days, from the 15th to the 18th, which is Sunday, closing at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
But before that, it's being escorted to Ipswich River Park via North Reading PD, as well as approximately 60 to even maybe as many as 100 bikes that will escort it in at approximately 5 o'clock on Tuesday to Ipswich River Park.
Oh, that's crazy.
So at that point in time, I'm reaching out to asking people to please, you know, line the streets up.
Yeah. This is on Wednesday or Thursday?
This will be on Tuesday, the 13th,
okay.
at 5 o'clock. Yeah, so I would recommend people coming there, you know, between 4 and 4:30 to the park, line the streets up. It will be coming from Concord Street to Park Street, and then continues over Route 28 onto Park. Is that Park Street still? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
It's still Park Street that continues on to the end of that, and then turning right on to 62, and then right into Central Street to where the park is at. So it will be viewed from the Central Street side. For instance, when you come into the park, the gazebo's on your left, that big field is on the right, and that's where we will have the display.
Oh, okay. So in that area, like right before the parking lot, like right as you drive in, it'll be
Correct.
right there on your right.
Yes.
And yeah, what other festivities are you have with it? Not just like the wall being.
So while I'm still on the Tuesday, you know, I want to make sure that the kids get out there with their flags, make posters. This is the time to do it. Put your artwork together, and let's welcome this beautiful piece of art here to North Reading. We were chosen to host it through an application process. So the application was filed over a year ago. It was a year ago, May. And then they make a decision in August as to the cities and towns that they chose that could host the wall. So out of 120 some odd applications, there's only 34 that are chosen. So this travels throughout the United States every year to 34 cities and towns. And, you know, we were chosen to host the
That's kind of
Wall of
crazy.
Heels.
Throughout the U.S., 34
Yes.
cities and towns,
Yes.
we were one of them.
Yes.
And that, a lot of that, I mean, 99.9, just for error, 99.9% of it is you getting it here. That's crazy.
It's a, you know, but, you know, then it was a matter of pulling a committee together and asking anybody who wanted to be interested in helping to make this come to fruition and put on a really amazing, not only just the exhibit, but amazing ceremonies. I wanted to make it a memorable event, week-long event for our Vietnam veterans and their families. Many of them can't travel to Washington due to whether it's financial or medical issues. So I thought it was only fitting to try and bring it here. So try to help to bring some closure to the Vietnam veterans and to their families as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. So what are the ceremonies that are happening?
Okay, so Tuesday, like I explained, is the escort. On Wednesday morning, we have volunteers. We are in approximately 45 to 50 people that'll be coming in to the park on Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock to help set up the wall. And that takes approximately 6 to 8 hours to set it up. And then we will do what they call a soft opening. We're not officially opening it, but that's when it starts getting guarded from 4 o'clock.
Oh, all right. Go with it.
So, anyways, so then Thursday is when we start our official ceremonies. So the first ceremony will be at 6 o'clock. Every ceremony is going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be at 6 o'clock in the evening,
River Park,
which would be at Ipswich River Park. And more importantly to me, it was that we had the to give the people that needed to work to still be able to go to work and come afterwards. And the sun will be down, so it won't be as hot, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, but the first ceremony, Thursday, we have the United States Navy as our honor guard coming in. We have Karen Mullen, who will be singing the national anthem for us. The invocation will be by Reverend Richard Hughes from the Congregational Church.
Oh, okay.
And then we have the Lynn English cadets coming in to do the Missing Man Table ceremony live. And followed by that, they're going to be actually doing drill presentations for us as well.
Oh, nice.
So, and then we have our honored guest speaker, which will be Senator Bruce Tarr. And then we will roll call the our local Vietnam veterans that were killed in action. There's 6 or 7 different towns that are involved. So their VSOs will come out and roll call their names. And then from there we will do the firing of volley fire and taps.
Oh, lovely. And that's about an hour and a half
And
ceremony?
it's approximately about an hour and a half ceremony, yes. And so that is the first official opening ceremony. That's the one that we call the POWMIA ceremony.
Oh, good. I was going to ask because I know you mentioned that, yeah, because that's another big thing as well, because they talk about the casualties, but very few people realize that prisoners of war and soldiers that went missing never were found. Like that's like there's a huge list of that as well.
There is.
So I'm glad that's a whole night dedicated
So
to it.
that's going to be, and it's important that we acknowledge all that. So then on Friday, we're calling that our official welcome home ceremony. And that one there, the presentation of colors will be of all branches of the service. So we will have all the branches of service in uniform with their honor guards. And our singer that evening for the national anthem will be Ayla Brown.
Oh, okay.
Well, yes, it's Scott Brown's daughter. She was the runner-up on American Idol, and her mom is Gail Huff.
Yeah, from channel.
She's actually and she's
newscaster.
actually on 102.5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So she'll be singing, and then Bishop Mark O'Connell out of St. Teresa's will be doing the invocation.
Oh, lovely.
And then our guest speaker, we have Brad Jones, State Representative Brad Jones, and Rich Stratton, who is our one of our local Vietnam veterans. He's on the Minuteman Militia as well as my committees. So he's going to speak. He's a Gold Star family as well.
I think he's on the North Reading Historical Society
And
as well. Yeah.
yes, so he's on quite a few committees.
Really.
And then our honored guest speaker is Command Chief Master Sergeant Michelle O'Keefe, who is from North Reading. And she just recently took over the command for the Air National Guard from Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
The first woman ever to take over that
Well, that's
command.
kind of awesome. Yeah.
So that was pretty fitting to bring her on. And then we will do presentations to the Vietnam veterans. We will pin them with their 50th commemorative pins. And then we have presentations for the Gold Star families. And then there's the In Memory program. The In Memory program is veterans who passed away from service-connected injuries or other things, be it suicide or whatnot, that we've lost them because of the Vietnam War. And so they're on what they call an In Memory wall. So we will have presentation of roses for them as well, and to acknowledge their loved ones. And the conclusion of that ceremony will end again with a volley and taps as well.
Oh, that's great. And that's the Friday ceremony.
That's the Friday ceremony.
Oh, wow.
So then the Saturday ceremony,
Yeah. Which also at 6 p.m.
which is also at 6 p.m. That one will start off with us being serenaded by the United States Navy 21-piece ceremonial band.
Oh, you were saying that's kind of nuts.
That is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's an orchestra, right?
Yes,
Pretty much?
I
Oh,
asked
that's
for a
nuts.
5-piece, and they
said-
came back with a 21.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good return.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good return. So, but we were looking for something. I was trying to keep all the ceremonies uniformed in time to make it easy for people to remember, and I was trying to find something to fill it up. So I contacted them, and they responded back with a definite yes.
Yeah, no, that's resounding. Yeah, that's pretty great.
So after that, we do have a candlelight ceremony. We have a guest speaker as well for that one. The Marine Corps will be our honor guard that night, and the national anthem played by the U.S. Navy Band. And then the invocation will be Reverend Rachel Fisher.
Yep, from Aldersgate, yeah.
Yes, from the Aldersgate Church. And the honored guest speaker will be Colonel Matthew Kennedy, United States Army. He is an Afghan war veteran as well. And then from there, we'll do the candle lighting. And I'm hoping to get 100 or so people for the candle lighting.
Oh, wow.
Because we have candles for everybody. They are all battery-operated candles, so we don't have to worry about anybody burning themselves.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And then we have the firefighters, bagpipers playing the Amazing Grace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so, and then we'll play taps after that. So the ceremonies are definitely full.
They're insane. It's insane the amount of detail and time behind this. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is like 4 or 5 different Veterans Day ceremonies.
Yes.
Like crammed into a week.
Oh, right
So,
into
yeah.
a week, yes.
Yeah.
So then on Sunday, we will do our ceremony at 2 because we have to break it down at 3.
Okay.
And so at 2 o'clock, we again will have our speakers, our local speakers, because we're going to do more of a farewell ceremony and thank everybody. So we have the North Reading Police Department that will be our honor guard, and we will be playing America the Beautiful, and then we have Reverend Hughes again from the Congregational Church. He'll do the invocation, and then we have some local politicians that will do, and the town administrator and myself thanking everybody for joining us. It'll be more of a farewell, but we do have a little added twist to that, but I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. And then finally we'll have taps on that.
Yeah, that's great.
So, but then we do have everything planned for a 20 by 40 tent to be set up with 100 chairs. So that will be there. I'm only asking people that if they do plan on coming, you know, just in case, bring a chair. Only because there's just so many, you know, I don't know how big the crowds are going to be.
And it could come from towns all around, too.
Exactly, because we are hosting this for the state of Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
And a good chunk of New England.
Yeah.
So, so with that being said, we don't have any idea what are going to be getting in numbers for people coming in. We have plenty of parking. It's a beautiful, obviously, everybody knows Ipswich River Park. Yeah. It's a beautiful place for parking and everything. You know, we're not concerned about that. You know, I'm more concerned about seating myself. But we will have also the veterans outreach. They'll be there with us as well throughout the week to be there for Vietnam veterans if they need to, you know, go in for some assistance. And we are going to make sure there's plenty of water for all our volunteers. And anybody that wants to sign up, we still have places where you can sign up. You need to go into the North Reading Veterans Services site. And if you click just below the poster, it'll say click here. Oh. It takes you right up to Sign Up Genius. Saturday, we're definitely still in need, and we still need people to help break it down, fill up the breakdown on Sunday as well.
So you can go to northreadingmass.gov, and then you go to North Reading Veteran Services.
Yes.
And then under the poster for the event, has a sign-up link. All right, good. Well, that's good. And like, can people visit the wall, like when you're not having, or what is the deal?
We are going to have coverage 24/7.
Okay.
We have all the volunteers will be in time slots of 4-hour increments. Okay. So we are covering it starting Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and it goes right around the clock till 3 o'clock on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And if you want to go at 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody will be there. Oh, it's there for you to go at any time, whatever works for you or your schedule, or some people just want to go there when it's very quiet. Yeah. But it's a very solemn exhibit. No food at the exhibit, no drinks at the exhibit, no smoking, no cell phone use at the exhibit. I mean, other than you can take pictures. You can take all the pictures you want. We're just asking people, if you're near the wall, to not have conversations on a cell phone.
Try to be respectful of other people.
Yeah, and for this activity, we're asking to please refrain from bringing your dogs. The only ones that should be there really is the service dogs.
Yep. Okay. No, that answers a lot of questions with that, and that's beautiful that people will be there around the clock, so people will be able to have their time there. And I can definitely see people who just want to be there and go there maybe at the middle of the night, and it's just quiet, and it's them on the wall. Yep. So wow. Anything else you'd like to let people know about?
I'm just excited about this. I feel this is probably one of the biggest, events that the town's seen or is going to have, and I really want to capture it, time capsule it, if you will, with photos and videos, and just something that's a great memory for people to look at, 40, 50 years down the road, going, wow, I remember when that was there. Yeah.
No, it seems like a crazily amazing undertaking, and you've done quite a job, and thank you on behalf of the town and on behalf of this organization, NORCAM, and we're looking for, a great event, a great series of events. So check online, and any questions, they can contact you, I imagine.
Yes.
And is there any other, so that's...
They can absolutely contact me. My cell phone number is up online as well, too. But it's, I'll be busy all next week.
Sure, yeah.
It'll be a busy week.
Well,
but we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, and so just checking out Ipswich River Park. You have on Tuesday, it's 2 o'clock, it's coming through town?
2 o'clock, Tuesday on the 13th, it comes in 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, I'm sorry.
5 o'clock, I would recommend people to be there between 4 and 4:30 to greet it.
To line the streets.
Wednesday is the official setup, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all ceremonies at 6 o'clock. Sunday ceremony at 2. And I might add, Parks and Recreation have been a huge help with all this. We've been really working together as a great team, and we're going to make sure that this goes off without a hitch.
Yep.
No hiccups.
Yeah,
We're not
no
looking for
hiccups, yeah.
no hiccups. So, and I want to put a huge shout out to all the sponsors out there that have been so graciously generous in donating, be it funding or providing food or other things that we needed for this event to go. And to give a big shout out to Senator Tarr, who was able to secure $10,000 to cover the wall.
Oh, nice.
In the FY20 budget.
That's great. Oh, that's awesome. Well, enjoy it, and looking forward. Anytime you want to talk about anything else, you're always welcome, obviously.
Thank you.
So check it out and enjoy.